Hey guys, I was going back through some old lessons and I found Iron Maiden's Aces High and I thought this is incredibly shit, I can do it way better, so we're going to look at it again in HD with some tabs. Let's take a look. Guys, let's take a look at the first section. Now we're going to start off with a bend and then play a bunch of picks at the top of that bend. I kind of think of this little chunk as 3 groups of 8 or a group of 24. So I do the bend and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we think of it as a group of 8 and just bending that first little chunk, once I'm at the top, I'm going to do 2 more groups of 8. So we're going to go bend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and then 2 more groups of 8. After we've done that all together, full speed, on what would be, I guess, the 25th pick, we want to bend that 7 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then I work into this A minor pentatonic run. Let's slow that down. I want to start off initially with a hammer on from 5 to 8 on the 2nd string, and when I get to that 8, I want to do a full tone bend. After I've held that for long enough, I want to bring the bend down, so I'm plucking it at the top, bending it back down, and then pulling off to the 5. So we're almost just reversing our steps. From there, I'm jumping to 7 of the 3rd, back down to 5 of the 2nd. So with the other notes now. Okay, from that point now, I'm jumping to 7 of the 3rd string, and I'm going to hit that note twice and pull off to 5 on both of them. So we're going to go. So with the other part now. Okay, then from there I jump to 7 of the 4th and then hit 5 of the 3rd string. Okay, now to finish it off, I'm going to play 7 to 5 as a pull-off on the 4th string twice, and then jump to 7 to the 5th and give us a light vibrato. So let's try that whole little pentatonic chunk relatively slowly, and then we'll add the picking at the start, and then we can do it all again extra slow with some tabs. Let's chuck the bend at the start of that now. Remember, we're doing the bend up with a group of 8, 2 more groups of 8, and then bending down. One more time with some tabs. Alright, let's take a look at the second section. I'm going to start off with a leading open note on the 1st string, and then I'm going to pick 8 and pull off to 5, and then pull off to the open note. So it'll go. And then from there, I just want to hammer down from that pulled off open note to 7 and then pull off 5 opens. So we should have, as soon as I hit 8th fret of the 1st string, I should have 2 groups of 3 or 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got that leading note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And from that 8 now, I'm just going to hammer on. We're going to repeat that group of 6 times. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully that's all making sense. So we just got the single note at the start, and then from the first time I plucked the 8 all the way up to the end of that phrase, we should have only plucked that section twice. Okay, at the end of the 6th group, I want to slide from 8 to 10 on the 2nd string. Okay, then we work into this little run before there's the key change. I'll go through this slowly and then we'll do it together. So let's divide it into little chunks. I want to start from 12 of the third. I'm going to do a hammer on into a pull off, 12, 14, 12. And then I jump to 14 of the fourth. Okay, now the next little chunk is going to be doing this. Let's slow this down. I'm going to do a hammer on from 12 to 14 on the third string. Then I jump to the second string and I want to go 12, 13, 12 as a hammer onto a pull off. And then resolve that little chunk on 14 of the third. So all together, hopefully that's all making sense. Now there's one more little chunk. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 12 of the second, hammering 13, 15. And then when I get to the first, I do 12, 13, 12 as a hammer on into a pull off. And then I want to bend 15 at the first. So I'll go to that last little chunk. Let's try and do that whole little chunk. Let's try it from the start of the section relatively slowly and then again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Let's take a look at the third section where there's the key change. Now I want to start off with a little 6-note phrase and then we're going to repeat that 5 times. So I'm going to start from 15 of the second string and play 15, 12, open. Now the difference between this and the section before is I'm going to pick all the notes here. I'm playing 15, 12, open, and then I want to play 15, 14, open on the second. And that's that 6-note phrase. I want to repeat that 5 times. At the end of the third group, the fifth group, however, I go. So I play the open note and add 2 more. So the last group's going to go 1, 2, 3. If that all makes sense. So let's do the 5 groups together and then add the extra 2 notes, or have 3 open notes at the end of the third group. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now the next bit's kind of thunderstrucky. I'm playing the fretted notes as a pick and then pulling off to the open note. So I actually do this all with down picks here. So what I'm doing is I'm playing 12, 10, 8 with pull-offs to the open note on the second string. And then I want to play 10, 8, 7. So all together. Okay, and then from there, I want to quickly play 8 to 7 again. So we've got open notes in between these, obviously. Okay, now the next little chunk, I go 5, 7, 8, all with open notes in between. And then back to the 7. So I go all together. One more time, a bit slower. At the end of that, I'm doing a nice cheeky vibrato on 6 of the third string. So let's go from the start with the 5 groups of 6 with those extra little open notes, and then we'll work into that little thunderstrucky riff, and obviously we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Let's have a look at this last section. It's going to start off around a B minor pentatonic. I want to slide from 7 to 9 on the 4th. And then I want to play 7 of the 3rd. And then I work down this kind of bit of a Dorian style pentatonic. I'm playing 10, 9, 7 on the 2nd string. And I'm just plucking the 10 and then I'm pulling off to the 7, the 9 and the 7. So I'm just plucking that first note and rolling. Okay, Okay, then I want to jump to 10 of the third, and then jump back down to 9 of the second and pull off to 7. So it's going to go... Let's add the slide at the front of that now. Okay, now I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I've got a slight bend on 9 of the third and then jumping to 7 of the second string. Okay, and then from there, I'm playing 10, 9, 7 on the third. So all together. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then I do sort of a power chord shape. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing 9 of the 4th and sliding from 7 to 5 on the 5th string. 9 of the 4th, and just with that power chord shape sliding from 7 to 5. So let's try it from the start of the phrase again. At the end of that, we've got a couple more notes. I'm doing a pull off from 9 to 7 on the 4th, and then sliding from 9 to 5 on the 5th. That's the first little chunk of section 4. So let's try that all slowly. Okay, then we're working at this phrase. Let's slow that down. I'm playing 7, 6 on the second string, then jumping to 7 of the third, and then down to 5 of the second with the pointer. So all together, we followed that up with a pretty cheeky run. I'm playing 4, 3, 2 on the third string, and also 4, 3, 2 on the fourth. So. And there's one more little phrase up here. So let's do the last chunk, and then we'll join all 3 chunks together, and then do it slowly with some tabs. So what I'm doing here, I'm sliding from 14 to 16. Doesn't necessarily have to be 14, you can just slide in, but it's as good a place as any. On the third string, 14 to 16, and then I'm going... Let's slow that down. I'm playing 15, 17 on the second, and then I hit the 17 again and bend it up and back, and then go to 15. Okay, and the end of that is that big bend on 17 of the first string. So let's take it from the slide on that initial B pentatonic, that crazy riff over there, and then we'll end up in that high section. So from the start of the section. One more time with some tabs. And that was my redo of the Aces High solo tutorial. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'll catch you real soon.